Hey guys, welcome to the greenhouse. Today we are going to be talking about topping your plants. Now, when I say topping your plants, I don't mean all of them. I mean peppers, and I actually am going to do some zinnias as well. I actually just like a few hours ago saw Jill from Whispering Willow posted on Instagram that she tops her zinnias. And I did not realize that you could do that, but I'm gonna try it. So that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna talk about topping our plants and why you should do it versus maybe you don't want to, or, you know, my thoughts on topping. So this is one of my pepper plants. This is a Keystone resistant giant bell pepper. So this is a sweet bell. And as you can see, it has a bunch of different levels of leaves. So these down here are the seed leaves. These are the first leaves that come out when you plant a seed. So these don't actually count as leaves. The next set up here, these are the true leaves. So those are the first actual set of leaves on this plant. Now, when it comes to topping, I like to let my plants have like 3 sets of leaves before I consider topping them. So this one, you can kind of see up here, has another set here and then another set here. So what I'm going to do is just gently pull back all these leaves and you'll see the next set in there. So I am going to take my little snips and I'm going to cut this off. Just those little leaves. I can't get it. Okay, so I've cut it off. There's no more top, essentially. And so what's gonna happen is this plant is going to branch out from up here, and it will send out branches that go each direction, and it will be a bushier plant. Now, the problem that I have always had with peppers is they get super tall and kind of spindly, and they need a lot of support, and they don't make a lot of peppers. So I started topping them. And when I started topping my peppers, I really got a good yield off of them. And the plants were stronger, they were not as tall, they didn't require as much support, and they just genuinely did better. And so now I top all of my pepper plants. I probably could have topped this here and taken these 2 leaves off as well. And I may do that, but I think for now I'm gonna leave this one like this. I use these little snips. These are just Fiskars brand. These are really nice. I really like these. I like to keep them nice and sharp and clean. But you can also just use your fingers and just pinch off that middle part of each plant and you will get the same results. So this is how I do a pepper plant. Now, when it comes to the zinnias, I have never done a zinnia, but I mean, it's not going to be difficult. It's going to be essentially the same as this, just on a different plant. Let me put that back in its tray. And I am going to grab a zinnia out of this plug tray. So this is a zinnia plant. This is a candy stripe yellow zinnia. You can see it's kind of tall. So basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna take these middle leaves right here, these, and I'm just gonna pinch these off. Like that. And now it should start sending out little shoots from in here and down in here. I'm probably not gonna do all of these like this. I'm gonna do like half and half. I'm gonna do half of them and just kind of see what happens, because I have so much space now that I can kind of experiment with different methods. So that's kind of, yeah, that's kind of where we're at. The reason that I top my peppers specifically is just for higher yields, and that has been the case for me. I know some people do not top their peppers and they still get huge yields. So if you are having trouble with peppers and they are just getting tall and not really producing a lot of fruit, maybe try topping them when they're babies. That may help you. It'll send out more branches. The plants are definitely stronger and they require less support when they are topped. I do still support my pepper plants. I usually make like a string trellisy thing over the top of them and let them kind of be held up by that. And that seems to work pretty well. I have in the past used like tomato cages for peppers, and just staking them works well also, but when I switched to topping my plants, I really could get away with just doing it like a really simple string trellis method, and it worked really well. So basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through the rest of this tray of flowers here and the rest of my tray of peppers, and I am going to top all of my peppers. I did grow some for others that I will not top, but all of my stuff I will top. And I'm gonna top about half of these zinnias, I think. I don't think I'm gonna do all of them. I do have some Benary's Giants that I'm considering not topping, but I feel like maybe I'll do half of them. We'll see. So this is a good example of a plant that has been, I just topped it, but it's already starting, it's a little weak on the stem, but it's already starting to send out other shoots, like other branches from here. Like in here, these little tiny leaves will be new branches. So this is why I top my peppers. This one needs to be repotted, it looks like, but yes, that is why I top my peppers. Okay, so I got everything topped that I'm gonna top, and they really don't look much different. I did also notice some little flower buds starting to form on my peppers, and I went ahead and picked those off as well. These babies are gonna go in the ground in probably another week or so. I'm gonna start getting everything hardened off. Hopefully this week. It is supposed to rain the next few days, so I probably will not be able to get everything hardened off fully, but that's okay. The garden is still not 100% ready to have plants put in it. We are working on finishing up the fence and the gates over the next couple days, and then those should be done. We just have to set some posts for the gates and get the gates attached. So that is almost done, and then we can start putting stuff in the ground. So I'm pretty excited. I am looking forward to getting all of these tomatoes out of here and basically getting everything out of the greenhouse. Greenhouse is going to be empty in just like a week or so, and that's really exciting. But that also means I have a lot of work ahead of me. So yeah, but I do have all my peppers topped. I have about half of my zinnias topped. Like I said, I've never topped zinnias, and I didn't know you could do that until like today. So I thought, why not? Let's give it a shot. So that is what we're gonna try. We're gonna try to get some more blooms off of our zinnias and get a bigger yield of peppers. Also, to address the obvious, yes, I did get some new tattoos. I'm working on a garden themed half sleeve, and it's coming along. I haven't really ever shown you this either because it's been covered up. This really should be covered up right now, but it's very overcast outside, so I've only been out here for you know, the length it took me to shoot this video, and then I'm going back in the house. So yeah, working on this with my wonderful tattoo artist. She is wonderful. I do now have tomatoes tattoo on my arm, which is very exciting. I'm going back on Saturday, this Saturday, to do some more filler and add another sunflower back here. And eventually I will have some color added to it. So once it's all healed and there's no plastic on it, I will show you a better look at it. So I hope this was helpful. If you have not topped your peppers specifically, I encourage you to try it if you are not having the success that you hope to have. So happy gardening. I hope everyone is having a wonderful May so far, and thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.